Okay, so this is the third part of chapter 25 for Anatomy 2. We've talked about metabolism and how your body, how that works, all the chemical reactions, and what the purpose of it is. Nutrition is the last little section. So, nutrients, what are they? They're just chemical substances in our food, in our body that we need for growth, maintenance of just living, and to repair. And there's 6 types: water, which we need in the largest amount. We need a lot of water. Um, and it's appropriate to your body size, how much water. And if you search how much water do I need, there's like calculators to figure out, but if you've never looked at it, it's way more than you think. It's more than just like, if you say 8 glasses, how many ounces actually would be a better estimate. We also need carbohydrates, which we know is a macromolecule, lipids, fats, proteins, and then minerals and vitamins. The guidelines for nutrition aren't known for certain just because different parts of the world have different types of nutritional diets, um, radically different in some areas. But we know that it is important to eat a variety of foods for what I think one of the main reasons is we get bored. Our brains actually get bored of food, um, and then we tend to overeat. So we also need to eat good, nutritious food to maintain a healthy weight. Um, to choose food with appropriate fat and not too much saturated fat. We don't want to build up that cholesterol because it can hurt the heart. Eat plenty of vegetables, fruits, and grain products. The vegetables, in my opinion, are lacking just overall in everybody. And then sugars in moderation. And this is what Americans generally have a huge problem with because we pump sugar in extra things, a lot of extra things. So you might not even realize it, but you're probably addicted to sugar, potentially. So, okay, so this is the nutritional pyramid. It shows the servings of like the different kinds of foods you need: meat and beans, milk. This is oils, fruits, vegetables, grains, and then how thick it is appropriate to how many serving sizes you need for that item. So minerals, they're inorganic, so they don't contain carbon. They occur naturally in the earth, and they're needed to maintain life. You have some minerals that your body will produce, some that you don't, but they regulate chemical reactions, they build bone. Um, some of a few really important ones: calcium, phosphorus, iron, and iodine. And if you have excess, minerals are just usually excreted in your urine or feces. So not too big of a deal if you have extra. Vitamins, compared to minerals, vitamins are organic, and your body does not make these things on its own. They are required in small amounts to maintain growth and metabolism. They do not provide energy, they do not serve as building materials to build proteins, for example. Most cannot be synthesized by your body, and no single food contains all the required vitamins. This is why, again, it's important to eat a wide variety of different foods, different colors, like vegetables, the different orange or purples, dark greens. Colors are kind of tell you that you need to have different colors to get the different vitamins that you need, essentially. So eat a colorful uh, palette of food. The vitamins are divided into 2 categories. Those are water soluble, which are several B vitamins: B2, B1, B12, and then vitamin C. And then those are fat soluble: A, D, E, and K. And most are coenzymes, meaning they work together with enzymes and substrates to catalyze chemical reactions. So some deficiencies, what can happen? Vitamin A, we need it to make the retinal pigment in your retina. So if you don't have enough, it can lead to night blindness and a weakened immune system. Vitamin D. We need vitamin D to absorb calcium properly. Oftentimes, milk, you'll see on the carton, it's fortified with vitamin D, meaning put they put vitamin D in milk because it helps you absorb the calcium that milk has. If you don't have enough, it impairs the bone mineralization or the laying down of calcium, and it leads to bone softening, like rickets in children in third world countries where their legs can bow. Osteomalacia is in adults. Kind of the same. Vitamin K, we need it to make these certain clotting factors. So in that clotting cascade, we need vitamin K, so you don't bleed out. Um, a deficiency can be due to different antibiotics or taking anticoagulant medicines. Vitamin C, we need it for proper connective tissue development, collagen. If you're deficient in vitamin C, you'll get scurvy, like the pirates used to get on their boats. They used to get scurvy, so their teeth used to fall out because their collagen was diseased. Niacin, or B3, so it's a B vitamin, is a precursor, so it's there before NAD, which we know carries hydrogen ions, electrons, electron carrier. We just talked about how that they help pass electrons, play an important role in metabolism. If you don't have enough, it's called pellagra. One of the things that can cause that is an all corn diet, or even alcoholics, because they mainly all they like eat seriously is alcohol. So they're very deficient in niacin. And it manifests as dermatitis, diarrhea, and dementia. They kind of lose their mind. So you can get alcohol-induced dementia from lacking the appropriate amount of niacin, which just blows my mind. Thiamine, another B vitamin, B1, we need it for neural function, proper nervous system function, carbohydrate metabolism. If you don't have enough, it's called beriberi, and it results from a polished rice diet. I have to review the details of that. I think it just means mainly just rice. And it manifests, and the muscles, what happens, your muscles start to waste away. Your reflexes, your neural reflexes are not as good. Folic acid, B9, is one of the important ones for pregnant women to get in early prenatal development. It's in a prenatal vitamin supplement that you take. You need it to replicate DNA. It will manifest as a type of anemia. And if you don't have enough folic acid for the growing embryo, their neural tube formation can be altered. So it can impact their brain and spinal cord actually without the appropriate amount of folic acid. Cyanocobalamin, or B12, we need it for normal nerve functioning and formation of blood. If you don't have enough, it's another type of anemia, ataxia, memory loss, weakness, personality, and mood changes. Crazy to think a vitamin in our nutrition can affect your mood or personality. Make sure I talked about all that. There's more interesting things. Certain foods contain certain vitamins, and that's interesting to know. Like I said, to eat a more colorful vegetable diet will ensure that you're getting the appropriate vitamins as well. Even if you don't think you like vegetables, it's probably because your palate, your taste is so dumbed down and overwhelmed by the amount of sugar and potentially sodium overabundance of those things. It is kind of dumbing your palate down. If you take away the excess sugar, especially, like I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew, I stopped drinking the Mountain Dew, and I could taste things more, and food became better, and I wanted to eat vegetables. Sounds crazy in my teenage years, but okay, obesity. So it's just defined as a body weight 10 to 20% or more above the desired range. And it's due to excess fat. Like I said, remember, if your body is taking in too much food or glucose, it will store it. It can only store a certain amount in the liver and the muscles, and any excess will be stored in your fat. Many different um, uh, things that cause obesity. There is like a genetic link. It's not for sure agreed upon. Many different psychological, physiological issues contribute to obesity, but it does put you at risk for more diseases, cardiovascular conditions, uh, type 2 diabetes. Just it's harder on your joints, so arthritis, you're more at risk for things like that, varicose veins. Um, Here's a map of the United States, and the darker red indicates the parts of the United States that are more obese. So we see kind of in the southern areas, definitely Midwest, more sedentary lifestyles, not as active generally is the problem. Kind of a cultural eating type of thing too. You eat fried food or comfort food. So obesity is contributed to food, obviously. Working longer hours, less time preparing food. I feel that. Um, I love to cook. It takes a long time to cook really good food, to chop it up and to saute it. It's a lot easier to go get fast food, isn't it? Or to make a quick box meal. But prepackaged meals often contain a lot of sodium. Um, Generally, not a lot of nutrient-rich foods. And then just the big portions. We think that we need that I know the fry size at McDonald's. I think the actual serving size that you actually need is a small, like the small, like in the little, not even the hard containers, not the red ones, but like the. Anyways, sedentary jobs where we sit a lot and lack of exercise. I think that plays into the working long hours. We don't make time for exercise. So that is the end, talking about nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and then the problem of obesity.